Oh, welcome back to Classic Car Cave and the XJ6 issues with the water. So you can see I've taken the top cover off. I'll take the radiator. I'll just give me a bit more access to it because I need to bring the crane in front, probably to lift the head. Although this engine's done very little mileage, so it shouldn't be too coked up. We'll see. What it will do, I'm kind of convinced that it is the head gasket. I think everybody's saying the same thing. Probably is the head gasket, but I'm just concerned the amount of volume of water that's getting in. But you know, the fact is that's a fair old suction on those pistons, so it would pull it in fairly easily. And it does seem to be number 4. The most water's in number 4, which is exactly where the compression's down. Every one of them's 150, except number 4. That's down at 100, so that kind of tells me something. But that was before we got this white smoke, so it could have been on its way out then. But what it'll do is give me an opportunity to clean up the engine bay and get rid of those horrible sharp fins there. I don't know why on earth anybody would do that. It's just ridiculous. So I'll obviously put those back in, reshape them, weld them up. They didn't do it on this side, obviously there's too much gear, but what they thought that was going to achieve, I do not know. But anyway, this is what it is with people. And it's the same on the bonnet. Long before my neighbour got it, Martin, this is not Martin, my friend from Blackpool, but Martin, my neighbour, it was already like this. They'd put these louvers on it to, apparently they had some overheating problems, and rather than sort that problems out, they did this stupid louvers in it thinking they were going to cool it. I don't know what they thought. But I want to take them out, and obviously I want to take that leaping cat off, which wasn't on originally. I think it was on some American cars, but it certainly wasn't on European ones. And it'll give me a chance to take out the grille, the headlights. It needs a new needs a new Jaguar head anyway there. The lights seem okay, and I can get everything done at the same time. The main corrosion with these used to be here on these lamps, so we'll see what they're like when I take out the lamps and fix it all up. It's basically 6-8 months earlier than I wanted to do it, but no, shit happens. As you can see, there's quite a few dings here, so the bodywork needs doing anyway. But I would have liked to have had 6 or 8 months driving. So there you go. Anyway, so what I'll do now is that one of the other things I'll do. A friend of mine, Max, who's rebuilding the engine for the track car at the moment, and he built the engine on that beige Cooper. is coming over tomorrow with a cylinder leakage tester. It's a bit Heath Robinson. He made it himself, but you can buy them. But it's a tool that you're not going to use that often, so we'll check and see where we think the leak is, and we can also test that manifold at the same time. So I think it more than likely points towards a head gasket. So obviously I've got to take the exhaust manifold off. The inlet manifold's out already. One of the other jobs I'll do while I'm at it is take this scabbard out for the HT leads. This was on most early Jaguars, and they are a pain in the arse because if you have a cable go defunk on you trying to get this through, and they're attached by clips through the head bolts. So I'm going to take that scabbard out and put all new leads in it because these are clip-on type ones and they're not very good. And I'll get the new style which fits on here, which is exactly what I've got on the XK150. You can see it here. It's much better. It's easier to get. The cables are not sitting against the head, they're not sitting in the scabbard. You can change each cable individually just by undoing those 3 screws. It works perfectly good. So yeah, and you can see what is number 1 and number 6. Incidentally, if you're not a Jaguar enthusiast or not a Jaguar man, Jaguar is one of the very few cars that number 1 is here at the back. Most cars, number 1 will be closest to the radiator, but in Jaguar it's the other way around. Number 1 is here and 6 is down here. So that's why I'll change it for this system here. It looks nicer and it works better because it doesn't overheat the cables. And I think after all these years they're probably pretty the resistance on it is probably pretty bad. So I'll do it all at the same time, and as I say, fix that up. Maybe even give the engine bay a quick paint up. So the next job is to, sorry about that, for some reason this new I've got a new camera. It's a CJI, is it? DJI, sorry. DJI, what is it called? Action 5. So, and it's on 5 minutes for some reason. I'll change that. So the next job is, as I say now, is take the radiator out. I'm going to lift the ramp up a little bit, make it easy access to it, because I need to get the rest of the water out of the radiator. It's quite a big, I think it's 18 litres in this cooling system. So I'll get that done and I'll show you when I've got it off. And so, as you can see, I'm draining it down a bit. Bit of a mess, because unfortunately it's sitting the bloody ramp, but at least I can get to it. Got a very nice little device there. I don't know if you can just see it. I'll have to bring the car down a little bit, but it's got a little handle on the stopcock, so rather than have to put your hand all the way down, you can just turn the little lever. I'll show you that in a sec. I don't know if that's been modified or if that's from original. So, as you can see, put the manifold into water and put a little bit of air through the line, and you can see that there's no air coming out. It's holding pressure. So, nothing wrong with the manifold. Oh, it's so hard to do with one hand. Yeah, it's holding pressure in. So nothing wrong with the manifold. But I had Max over today, who's a real expert with minis, and just get another set of eyes. And because this water was a real issue, and there was so much of it in the cylinder, I kind of thought, oh, you know, it's a bit cracked. But obviously, when you start looking at problems, sometimes you look at the worst things or the worst case scenarios, and you get sort of focused in on that instead of looking at other things. But Max said to me, "Where's the old gasket?" And as you can see, it's in bits and pieces. But what I didn't notice was, and he pointed this out, and this is why having another set of eyes is good. You can see that this gasket, what's left of it, is homemade. I didn't notice it. You can see where, actually, you can see it's kind of oval shaped there, and it is homemade. I don't know what it's made of. It's almost like a telephone book or something. I don't think it's gasket paper. Anyway, obviously it's destroyed, but you can see, the other say, it is homemade. And when you look at the cylinder head, so I'll take this out of here now, and I'll let it drain. Right, hang on. Hopefully it'll drain out a bit. Alright, my wife won't be happy soon. I've got to use that washing basket. Anyway, so if you look at this side of the cylinder head, hang on, excuse me a second, you can see that because it's been homemade, you can see how large the hole in the gasket is. Yeah, and I think this is where it's been coming through. You can see it on the manifold as well, that the gasket was far too large, and obviously the proper gasket for it, the gasket from a parts company, would probably have copper crush rings in there between the water jacket and the inlet manifold, or the inlet on the head. And I think what's happened is because we topped it up with water, and there was at least half the water missing in the system, it's overheated slightly, well, possibly quite a bit, and it's destroyed what's left of the gasket. Now, why somebody would make one up and not buy one, I don't understand, but this is obviously what's happened, and this is where the water flow is going straight through, because we've done a cylinder leakage test and everything's okay. The reason that was down, that number 4, was because there was some water in it, and it was burning off, and it wasn't showing the compression right. So fortunately, it looks like it is just the inlet manifold. And as I said, I didn't realise until I looked back on it just how Mickey Mouse, or how Heath Robinson it was. And I said, why somebody's made the gasket. I just don't get, I don't understand it for what it is. But you can definitely see that that's homemade. If you look there, you can see how bad the oval is in it, and it's far too big. And so consequently, this has made this in between each water jacket and air very, very small. And you can see it's been overheated. It's so, I don't know, it's like rubber, but it's also not, or not rubber. But so on that note, which is good news, I'll get all this cleaned up, and I'll get a inlet manifold gasket for it, and I'll get a complete set of gaskets for the carburetors and everything, the heater spacers on it, the whole lot, and I'll redo these carbs at the same time and give it a clean up. I'll also undo those two head studs there, this one and that one, and take this scabbard out. These scabbards really are a pain in the ass. I know they're original, and I don't like the way these plug heads clip on you have to take the end of the spark plug off, take it off the thread, and they're very, yeah, they just don't seem very tight and everything. So I'm going to change all these leads, I'll put the new plugs, put the new points in the condenser while I'm at it, and hopefully everything's good. And I gave that little bit of a clean up there as well. So on that note, it's good news, I think. I'm 99% sure now, well, 90% sure that it is that, and it's not. But I will do another compression check now it's dried out, and just see where we are with it. And I'll put that in another video. So as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and I'll catch you in the next one. Be good to each other. Bye for now.